What's up, everybody? TG here, back with another video. Guys, GameStop has just reported earnings and the stock got hit, and I mean hit, down 17.24% after hours. After not terrible earnings, to be honest. I was expecting a lot worse. They reported a loss of 18.8 million net loss, and their sales came in at 1 billion. Estimates are 1.1. They were expected to lose a lot more than they did, but I think the stock had a huge run up, obviously, as if we go ahead and look at the chart, we look at the past 6 months, and the stock has gone up 241% in the past 6 months. It was trading as low as 280 in April, up over 500% from there. So the stock has had an incredible run. Obviously, the market cap's over $1 billion for the stock. And it has had some big hype recently, especially with their strategic partnership investment deal with Microsoft and their investor from Chewy, who's trying to make GameStop become more like Amazon, the Amazon of video games, if you will. Now, a couple of things that stood out to me in this earnings call was their in-person sales was up from November, but a lot of people were assuming that was because of the console sales, the PlayStation and Xbox One sales. Now, that could be the case. It also could be that people are buying a ton of video games right now, with the winter coming and, people want to play a lot of video games. There's a lot of new games coming out. Obviously, Cold War. So you have the mixture between Cold War, which is a Call of Duty game if you guys don't know, and the new consoles. That was their time to really make a lot of money. And if they didn't really make a ton on that, what does the future look like without these consoles? Consoles are usually the day. If you look historically, when GameStop had its best earnings was when a new console came out, especially the PlayStation 3. That is when GameStop stopped absolutely exploded. Now, a couple things that people did not like. Dilution. The company had a shelf offering of $100 million. Now, that's a pretty significant amount considering this fact that the stock's only worth about $1 billion. So a 10% dilution of the entire company, that's pretty big. That's really, really big. Okay, they do have a lot of cash on hand, $602 million, but they do have a lot of debt. Short-term debt of $269.5 million and long-term debt of $206 million, $16 million. That is really bad. Their interest is going to absolutely kill them, and unfortunately, their debt is not going to be going away with all the brick-and-mortar stores and the rent that has to be paid every single month on their couple thousand properties across the United States. Okay. Now, do I think GameStop is a solid company? Depends. I think GameStop could be a solid company if they transition to an all-online type of store, like the Chewy CEO is talking about, who is a 10% investor in the company, maybe even more at this point. I don't know if he's added shares, but I know at one point he had about 10% of the entire stake of GameStop from himself alone. Now, he was really pushing the CEO, George Sherman, to do that, to become more of an online retail store of video games, become the biggest and the best of it. Cut out all these brick and mortar stores that just eat away at your profits, paying all these employees, paying all this rent. He was saying, you just do it online, do it yourself. The CEO's not listening as of right now, and the stock's getting hammered because of it. I personally think if he does do that, I think GameStop can be a viable stock and stay in business. If they don't pivot, I think they will get burned, and I think they will go under. That is my personal opinion based on the changing times. Especially if Amazon, we've seen what they've done with the pharmacy business. They're taking over that. Let's say that they decide to do that with the gaming industry, and they decide to take over that, Amazon Gaming, and they just start being the main person where you buy your games. I don't see GameStop surviving. It's hard enough with, Sony and Microsoft having the majority of games just being bought from the actual console themselves, hindering and, making GameStop basically obsolete. But I think GameStop has a chance to pivot, but they have to move quick. This market, you move quick, you get left in the dust, and I think that's what's going to happen to GameStop. I used to be a huge GameStop advocate. I think it was a great company back in the day. But I think its time is running out. And a lot of you guys are not going to like that. But I think that you all have to agree that GameStop definitely needs to pivot if it wants to stay up to date. Using these outdated tactics, it doesn't work nowadays. This is a fast, revolutionary, changing time. And, the market doesn't slow down for people to keep up. So I think GameStop needs to pivot if it wants to, become a viable company and stay in business. Otherwise, this debt's gonna eat at them. You know, their sales are going to continue to drop, in my opinion. I don't see them getting more sales than now. This is the perfect storm between the new consoles and the new COD game all at once. You know, and quarantine. People have nothing to do but play video games. This was their time, and you know they had decent numbers, but not as good as they could have. Obviously, coming up short on revenue, but we'll have to see what happens. We'll have to see what happens, and that's really all there is to it, guys. Hit that subscribe button. Do me a favor. Let me know if you're in GameStop. Let me know if you're thinking about it. I'm definitely gonna, check it out. Maybe do a put, sell a put on it potentially if it gets low enough. But we'll have to see. Obviously, I think all calls are gonna be IV crushed to the max and gonna be down 99% tomorrow. But it could be big. So, anyways, guys, I'm gonna catch you guys in the next video. I hope you had a great day. Take it easy, boys. Bye.